after 40 long years of wandering in the wilderness, the Israelites, under the leadership of Joshua, stood at the threshold of the Promised Land, a land flowing with milk and honey, as God had promised to their ancestors. But their path forward was blocked by a formidable obstacle: the ancient city of Jericho. Jericho wasn't just any city. It was a mighty fortress with thick, towering walls so high and strong that no army had ever successfully breached them. To the Israelites, newly arrived and untested in open warfare, it seemed impossible. But God had already assured Joshua of the outcome. The city was theirs, if they would trust him completely. And so God gave Joshua a plan. It was not a plan of swords or battering rams, but of faith and obedience. Each day for 6 days, the Israelite army would silently march once around the city. 7 priests, each carrying a trumpet made from a ram's horn, would go before the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred chest that symbolized the very presence of God among his people. The people of Jericho watched in confusion. This was not how wars were fought. Where were the threats, the attacks, the demands? Day after day, the Israelites simply walked in silence and left. Some in Jericho mocked, others grew uneasy. What were these people doing? Then came the 7th day. Before dawn, the Israelites rose and prepared. On this day, they would march around Jericho not once, but 7 times. Around and around they went, the tension mounting with each lap. Inside the walls, fear began to spread. This was no ordinary army, and this was no ordinary plan. At the end of the 7th circuit, Joshua gave the signal. The priests raised their trumpets and blew a long, loud blast. Then, from the mouths of thousands of Israelites, a mighty shout rose to the heavens, so loud and unified it shook the air. And then it happened, the unthinkable. The walls of Jericho, those ancient, immovable walls, collapsed. Not in part, not with cracks or crumble, but completely. They fell flat to the ground. With the path open before them, the Israelites charged straight into the city and captured it, just as God had said. It was not the strength of arms that brought the walls down, but the strength of faith. God had delivered Jericho into their hands, not by human might, but by divine power. If you enjoyed this story of faith and victory, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more epic Bible stories brought to life.